of authentic Klingon dishes, lovingly prepared and served by our friendly and helpful Klingon staff. The Sword of Kalas authentic Klingon cuisine for those who like their food warm and wiggling. The Sword of Kalas, just around the corner from this convention. Need a new spaceship but can't get credit? Being turned down elsewhere? Still driving the same rusty old A-class because you can't get approved for a better spaceship elsewhere? Well, never fear. Come on down to Q's Quality Used Spacecraft. We're a Continuum approved dealer and all of our spacecraft will have had their 200,000 light-year checks. So, if you're ready to make that change, come on down today and we can help you fly away in a much, much better craft. Tired of the old ways, of the old looks? Your home a little dull? Tired of the same old carpets and flooring, linoleum? Come on down to Kirk's Rug Mart, where the coolest rugmeister in this universe is here with hundreds of styles and colours to choose from. You can put them on your floors, you can hang them on your walls, you can wear them on your head if you're that strange. Kirk's Rug Mart, just down the road from this convention. Groovy!
than the Spice Girls. And you got that one with the mullet, and every time she comes on stage, the only thing she does is state the bloody obvious. I think her name's Callie. Anyway, she's really annoying. She has a really bad dress sense as well. And then of course there's Blake. Blake's the man, but his actual name's Rog Blake, the name of heroes. But it's spelled R-O-J, just to give it that little bit of unique variation, because this is, of course, science fiction. And then there's that awful one who has a completely British accent and talks like this. I think his name's Avon. Oh!
After the invasion, everyone else left in their big ship. I was left behind. I had no choice. I had to fit in with human society. I had to take up a job farming. No stairs. Ha ha ha. I can even keep my sucker in exterminating vermin. There's only one problem. When it rains, the ground turns to mud and I get stuck. Oh bugger.
Yes, this week I'd like to nominate Harry Kim. I know he's been evicted 6 times and he keeps going, but maybe this time he'll actually get the hint.
Hello, Anakin. Would you please give us your nomination for eviction?
have to give a reason. Absolutely no fighting skills. And she was about to surrender when the droid surrounded them. And it was only because I blew up the flipping droid control ship that they didn't have to fight their way out of that situation. And honestly, he gets the flipping hero's welcome and I get nothing. Honestly. I swear, much more of this, I'm going to turn to the flipping dark side. I'm leaving. May the force be with you.
The Klingon Shakespearean Cooperative proudly presents a most honorable performance of Comia and Cliviet. Two starships, both alike in dignity, in Fair Delta where they are seen. From Nazi grudge break to Starfleet integrity. From caretaker's hands the Vulcan blood runs green. From through the fatal Badlands of these two foes, a pair of star-lost officers begin their life, whose new adventures, pitiless episodes, doth with their loss create much strife. Now is the passage of the Borg Mock Hercules, and the continuum in Kazon Rage, and the 70,000 years traffic at this stage. To which of you would think it is attend? What you shall miss, the repetition shall end.
Western society in the 21st century. Welfare and more prosperous than ever before. The best of all possible worlds? Or maybe not. But underneath lurks a silent epidemic, and we spend a day in the life of a sufferer. It's Monday morning. This could be any street, in any town. But here we are at the home of Gloria, Lish and her son Dwayne. Like many a single mother, Gloria has worked very hard to bring her son up to be a normal, well-adjusted member of society. But unfortunately, it doesn't always work like that. A.M. Gloria Blish now has the job of raising her son Dwayne. It's a difficult but important job that he has to sign on in an hour.
Hey? Wayne! Dwayne! Wayne!
Mom!
Come on! Wayne! Wayne, come on, you've got to get up. Come on. You've got to get up, you've got to go to the job centre. No, come on, up.
Don't like you.
No, well, you've still got to get up.
In which way?
Well, it can be a bit, well, you know, all he ever thinks about is science fiction this, science fiction that, and why can't he get a job as a shuttle pilot or something like that? And it's very difficult.
What do your friends and family think?
Oh, they all think he's not a nutter, to be honest. You've got uncles that keep saying, why don't you get out and get a proper job, you know, do yourself some good.
And the world at large?
Oh, the world at large, well, they just don't seem to understand people like him. They think they're sort of, yeah, aliens themselves. It's very hard to live with, it is.
Dwayne doesn't have a job. He's a regular at his local job centre.
Very, very difficult having a client on your books like Dwayne. He comes in with all these different job titles if he wants to look up, but they're all things like Starship Captain and Pilot of Thunderbird 2, and of course all we can offer him is shelf stacking in Sainsbury's, and it's really not the same thing at all. Of course it might be a bit easier to place him if it wasn't for the smell and the lack of social skills. We did try sending him on a course to help, but it just didn't work out. He wanted to be the captain all the time, and he wanted everybody else to be his underling. But he doesn't have the skills that he needs to lead people. So it was just awful. We don't like to think of anybody as unemployable, but in Dwayne's case, or as he's now preferring to be called Captain Janeway, I think we're going to have to make an exception.
Listen,
Oh, it's difficult. I went on a course last week and I thought, yeah, chance for me to prove my leadership skills. And I was giving good orders everywhere. They were accurate. They were going to get the job. Everybody ignored me because they said I was a weirdo.
how do you cope when people call you names like Sado and Anorak?
Well, it's not nice, you know. I just think they're the sad ones. They should be out watching good stuff like science fiction and Star Trek and they're all out.
Don't you think you are a bit sad, huh?
No.
But it's only TV. Doctors say you'd recover if you just look at life. What do you say to that?
Oh, I don't know what sort of doctors. It's TV, but it's important TV. You know, it's culturally important. They deal with issues.
Katie Valentine, please give Big Brother your nominations for eviction this week.
Well, I'm quite a nice person, really. I don't like doing this. But it's going to have to be that Buffy. Like, yeah, she's a nice girl and all that, but she must be missing her family and stuff, and she's a long way from home. So I think that it's probably, she looks a bit lonely and a bit sad.
You're sure it's got nothing to do with Mr. Pointy then?
Mr. Pointy! Well, now you're talking. Mr. Pointy, she's always running around going on about steak, and she doesn't even eat red meat. Oh, bloody woman. She's always out. You wake up in the middle of the night, she's kneeling on your bloody chest with this thing. It's like something out of bloody Psycho. Christ. And so, yeah, she can sort off out of the house for all I care. I don't want her around me. What does she think I am?
It's all rubbish! I mean, instead of having them beamed in, all the BBC could do was have them outlined in. It's just all rubbish! I mean, the only intelligent thing on board the ship is a set of disco lights they nicked from some kid's party. And then, of course, when Blake left at the end of Series 2, did they call it Airborne 6? No, they kept the name as Blake 7, which is just another indication that this show is pure rubbish.
It's not easy being a single parent. After the invasion, my husband buggered off back to Skaro and left me with these three little bastards. Stop doing that, Tarquin. Anyway, have you tried getting on a bus when you've got wheels? And another thing, when you go and do the shopping, nobody thinks about what it's like if you haven't got any legs. In Marks and Spencer's, they've got a travelator up to the first floor. How do you get down again? Stairs. Mind you,
It's not all bad. Tarquin, stop that. If the wind changes, you'll stay that way. Where was I? Oh yes. Since the Equal Opportunities Act, there are so many more ramps and wheelchair access and lifts everywhere. We invaded 10 years too early. If we'd come 10 years later, we could have conquered the earth. We could have been masters of all we pervade. Bugger.
It's 12 months later. After our last meeting, Dwayne has tried to get some help. He still has no job, and his mother stays upstairs. At least he now has some friends. The local sci-fi club now meets once a month in his living room.
Hi, I'm Dwayne.
Hi,
Hi, Dwayne.
Hi, Dwayne.
I'm a sad fan.
So how's your life changed since we last met?
Well, I went and joined a Star Trek group. That's great because we can sit around and watch lots of videos and talk about Star Trek and other science fiction. We go out on Dartmoor as well. We get to see all the Doctor Who sets they did, all the quarries. And I got a job in on a training scheme, clearing undergrowth. And I did a bit as a census taker, walking around Plymouth.
How does it make you feel, knowing you aren't alone?
Oh, it's brilliant. I've got people I can go and talk to now, you know, people I can phone up and actually speak with. And I've got myself a girlfriend, and that we go out and do stuff. We watch new movies.
Really? You have a girlfriend?
Yeah. Her name's Olive Margaret, but everybody calls her Drew because it's a bit more exotic than Olive Margaret. And she's good. She's nice.
I'd like to meet her if I may.
Oh, I don't see why not. Drew, are you okay?
Well, yeah, you know, it's great being a vampire, and the whole lifestyle of it is great, but it can be really draining at times. You have to have a real inbuilt thirst for it, you know what I mean? But, like, going out with as a fellow kind of fan of science fiction, it puts a lot back into your life, you know, what you put in, you get back out, and it's just really cool. I mean, it's great, you know, being with someone who you can share an interest with and everything like that. I mean, you know, going out in the street looking like this, there's not too many people who wouldn't be scared of me. They've got every reason to, really, when you see this. But this is like how I am, this is how we are. So, you know, there's got all this kind of stuff going on. It's just brilliant because you've got someone to talk to about all of it. Someone who doesn't think you're a freak because you have a thirst for blood and role-play and that type of thing. I mean, not that I would go out and kill anyone, but aside from that fact, you know, you've got to have someone who's going to understand when you go off at midnight and start rolling dice across tables, someone who's not going to think you're crazy. So that's really, like, the best part of the whole thing. Yeah.
Still Dwayne's adapting to his condition.
Oh, it's much better. I mean, well, now he's met other people who are interested in the same things, it's much better. We're even starting to pick up on bits of it. And it's brilliant. He's now got a girlfriend. He's actually got a girlfriend. And at 36, he's getting married and moving out. And it's wonderful. She's a nice girl, a little different, I suppose. But she's very nice.
Yeah.
So, the happy couple leave for a new life together. Will they be able to cope on their own? Or will they need extra help? Only time will tell.
The tricorder read 9 when I did send the anything. In half an hour she promised to return. But then she has been killed. That's not so. Oh, she is inefficient. My order should be thought, which 10 times faster glides from the ship at warp 9, driving by plasma over unsuspecting ships. Therefore, do nimble Starfleet officers get promotions. Therefore, have the stressed out captain smile. Now is the Corps on the brink of breaching, and from 9 till 12, it's 3 long hours, and yet she has not come. Had she some brains and honorary Klingon blood, she would be as swift in action as a Borg. My orders would mean business to her and release for me. But Ensign is saying as they were cadets. Red shirt, incompetent, captain's pet. Oh, here she comes. Oh, Ensign, now what news? Hast thou got the gel pack? Get that thing online!
Nomination for eviction for this week. Invisible Man. Invisible Man, are you there?
Oh, sorry about that. I got caught short. There's a damn queue in this out for the loo. Right. My nomination this week is for... Well, I think I'll nominate Bert, because he sat on me 4 times last week in the loo, and it's really getting to be boring.
Good evening, distinguished colleagues of the King's Court. And tonight, on the sky at night, we shall discuss the new revelation that the universe does not centre around us, and the world is in fact not as flat as we once thought, but in fact a globe, and you can travel from one point to another, and all the way round, back to the point from whence you started. But if the Earth flat, oh, it is round, see? It's round. No, the Earth should be flat. If you were to set sail to one point, travel and travel and travel, and then return to the point from whence you came, would you not believe what I said? No, the Earth is still flat. Listen, I'm the expert here, and the world is round. No, it's flat. What do you know anyway? The world is round, dear boy. No, it needs to be flat. And such slander will not be tolerated. This is not what I paid for. The Earth is flat, and the universe... No, but the Earth is flat. Look, that's an accurate map, and it is round. No, but it's supposed to be flat. God. It's supposed to be flat. Not round, it's flatter.
Boy, if the High Council ever sees this, are we forward?
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah. Got the flowers?
You got there?
Yeah, the tea.
It's tough being a stand-up comedy Dalek. After all, no legs. How can you tell I'm standing up? Boy, you are a tough crowd tonight. Okay. 2 Cybermen walk into a bar, so I exterminate them. Thank you. Thank you.
Seen the vacuum cleaner?
Yes, dear.
Where is it? I have to do the carpet.
It's in here.
What's it doing in the workshop? There's no carpets in there.
It's got an interesting shape.
What have you done to it?
Turned into a spaceship.
Stop working and start sweeping.
Oh, bugger.
It's just so bad. I mean, every time there's just a tiny little problem. Who appears on screen to state the obvious? Jenna. All the time. So, to sum it all up at the end, all of the others included, you got the token blonde, you got the villain with a grade 1 haircut, who is female, by the way, you got the big one they killed off, and then there's Villa. Don't even get me started on that wimp. Black 7 is so rubbish. It's not brilliant, it's rubbish. Black 7 is rubbish!
Admit it, you thought it was Joe, didn't you?